Welcome to Luxon Photography. Today I want to show you how I edit a family photo shoot, and I will show you 3 different ways, or this video was separated into 3 sections. In the first section I show you the unedited images, and these are the images that I didn't edit, that actually were I make a selection of the images that I'm going to edit, and all these images are not in the selection, so all these images kind of will be deleted. You see, I have 990 images from this photo shoot, and 627 we are looking at now, and this is the selection that didn't make it, so these images will all be deleted. And the difference is the selections that I'm going to edit. But before I edit, I want to show you the unedited images. So these are the raw files, and maybe to name, if you don't know me, this is me here, and this is my girlfriend and our son, and this family photo shoot is with us, and I photographed ourselves with the tripod and the camera on the tripod. So I put the camera on the tripod, take a look, are we in the frame, and then I get to the scene, and I have a small remote control in my hand with which I take the image, and I just push the button and the camera takes the picture. And these are now the unedited raw files, and in a moment I will show you the edited ones, and then in the third area, in the third part, I will show you how I come from these unedited images to the edited ones, and I will edit in front of you so you see how I do it, so you can do this too. But in general, I think these images look already quite nice in terms of camera settings, color, and I chose to photograph with the sun really low. So we did this photo shoot in the evening. The idea was I wanted that warmth and the sun in the background. I wanted that glow, that flare, and I did all with one camera, one lens, as the Canon 62, and the 50mm f1.2 lens, shot at here is f2.8, but mostly at f1.4, f1.8, 2.0. Here you see the tripod. So these are now the unedited images, and in a moment we will take a look at the edited ones, and then I will show you how I get to the edited ones. But I wanted to show you the unedited raw files. So if you take the time to set up the camera, which actually is done pretty quickly, you can get nice images straight out of the camera. You don't have to edit, but you can edit. I always edit my files, but I also photograph in a way that I don't have to edit them. So now here I have my selection. So now here I have 182 images. This is the selection that I edited, and my philosophy about editing is very subjective. So I might edit in a way that you may like or may not like, and I don't edit images always the same. I always choose a preset that fits the scene, the lighting and the background and the colors. So the images might look different than other images that you saw from me. They're all similar, but I don't have one preset for everything, but I have presets for everything. So these are the edited images. This is my selection, and I wanted to show you how the photo shoot will look like. And the difference is it's not so big, the difference when you take a look at the unedited one left and the edited one right, but there is a difference, but it's not so much. You see pretty much more contrast, a little bit stronger colors, but the images are pretty much not the same, but I haven't done too much. I didn't change anything actually. I just wanted more of that, what the image is, which the color, I wanted more color, strong color. The emotion you transport with the face and the emotion, but you also transport it with the color. And I wanted some intense, stronger colors. And now you've seen the edited ones, and now in a moment we will go and edit the unedited ones, so you see how quickly you can get to the final image. I believe it doesn't need to take long. I want these images to be authentic. It's for a family. In this case, it's for us. But whenever I photograph a family, I want these images to be real. I don't want the family to be posing. I want to capture the emotion. Now, it's a little bit different when you are the photographer and the father. It's a little bit difficult to get everything right. The camera, the setting, where the camera stands, everything in the frame, plus the emotion of the child. But I think we got some really nice images here in the hour that we got here. One key to these images is I chose a time where the sun was low and I knew sun would still be there. I knew it was a sunny day. So I chose a time in the evening to get this light and that sun pretty low. And that was a key factor. I had one camera, one lens, 60 Mark II and the 50mm f1.2. Shot at various f-stops, mostly f1.2 to f2.8. And sometimes I shot with the sunlight, so you see the sun coming to Anna's face. Sometimes I shot against the sun, so the sun is in the background. This is when you have the nice glow, like here. So the sun is actually behind our sun and it makes a nice background light. These images, let's just go in for a moment. These images are shot at f1.2. So I do use these lenses quite often wide open. And with the face detection, most of the time the faces are in focus. The computer takes a moment to render the images. So if the images don't look sharp on your computer, one, it might be that the program is still loading. Two, it might be that the sharpness I think I put down on these images. I didn't want the images to be too sharp. I want them to have character and to look a little bit old. And now let's go into editing so you see how you get this too. So now we're going to edit the images. I have now the same selection here that we just took a look at. And these are all the unedited files now. And I'm now going to select an image, edit it, and then I apply the look to all the other images. So I think these images look pretty fine already, so I don't have to edit, but I will edit. So I choose one image, so maybe one of these images here. Let me take this one, and I can get, on my left side here I have the presets, and I can click on any of these presets and then have kind of a final image or nearly final image. Let's start off with maybe black and white or sepia. Let's go with the sepia look. So I now choose a preset. It doesn't matter if it's color or black and white or sepia. I make small adjustments. And now I copy that to all images or to the next 10, 20, 30 images. Clicking here, synchronizing. And now down here you see the color changing. When I click on an image, you now see the sepia look. So here's the first image, here's the last image of our sepia look. Now I just go through it and make small changes and straighten the horizon. I don't have to do much actually. Now when the scene changes, like now, I make small adjustments, copy these adjustments to the next images of the same session here. And then everything again would be applied. And you see these images are kind of ready, finished. I don't have to change much here. I can go into and maybe make this a little bit more softer. I do this by pressing the button K, or I click here. And you see here, clarity is low, sharpness is minus. So these are all minus, which means make it not so strong, make it soft. Okay, I can also, of course, choose these images to be in color. Let's do it again. Let's choose the same images. Let's click these the same. Let's undo everything. Synchronize, so everything now gets undone. And let's choose a color preset. It doesn't really matter which one. Can be anyone. Let's go with Heaven Up. Like this. And what I now can do is I copy this now to all or to the next 20, 30 images. Synchronize everything. And yet now you see down here the color changes, it gets more intense. And let's just go through these images. So now we have the sepia look gone, and we have the color images. And this is how I edit images. And then I go through these images and straighten the horizon, so that everything is in a line. So I don't want an image to look like this. I want the image to look kind of like this. And I can make one adjustment right now here and then copy it to the next images, because the camera is on a tripod. So all images are now corrected with the horizon. So this is the way how I edit images super quickly. And I can also choose another preset. Here's the tripod actually. Let's go to these, to the beginning here. We can also choose another look, maybe Gringo. Gringo has it's a very different color scheme, changes the color. I can select everything, synchronize everything, and now I can go through these images and I'll see that every image has the Gringo look. I can now adjust small changes like this. I don't want this bench here on the image. Copy it to the next images, and this is how I edit. I have many presets here that fit many scenes. Not every preset works for everything. Like these presets don't work for people, but they look really nice with landscape shots. Most other presets are actually great for people photography, which is what I do most. And you see how quickly I get these images done. I took these images super quickly. I took them all from a tripod with the remote control. I'm often in the image, and face detection is on, so I can shoot at f2.5 with a 50mm lens. And I wanted to show you that it doesn't need to take much time. It doesn't need to be difficult or science. I try to do everything in flow. So if it's taking too long, something is wrong. I think it should be pretty quick but fun and good quality. I don't mean quick that it's sacrificing quality. It should be great image, but it doesn't need much time to get there. If you know how to set up the camera, if you know how to get the focus with the newer cameras, autofocus is no problem. It's automatic with face detection, even against the sun. And this is pretty easy. You can do this everywhere. I chose this park because there are not many people, and it's a great memory for us as a family. It doesn't cost anything. It's all for free if you have the camera and the lens and the tripod. And I thought, let me do this. Let me show you how I edit these photo shoots. So maybe this inspires you to also go out and take some shots with your family. This is my girlfriend. This is our son. And maybe I can inspire you to do this too. I do this for him so that he has some memories in form of images when we will be older. Because when in 15, 16 years, he may ask, Father, how did you look when you were young? Then I can show him all these images. And I think it's a really nice gift in advance. So it's now a little bit after midnight, still a long time to go, much to do. So thank you very much.